So for these trusses here, this is the quiz example, guys, we had. Actually, I'll just take it in a slightly different way. Don't need those anymore. Okay, so we had, I think, F, B, F, I think A was here. And not sure what was that point there, G. Okay, so we agreed on, guys, for trusses, always where we take the section, we assume these forces are in tension until we prove otherwise. Call this one F, F, G, F, B, G, and F, B, A. We're being asked to calculate these three forces mainly. And if we take a cross section here, we can do that because simply, actually, we're being asked to calculate rather than FFG, FEF, which would be exactly the same as that because we agreed this is a zero force member. So it doesn't exist. Okay? This is our truss. Roughly. Okay. So to calculate that, and Severio had issues mainly with this force. I still remember. Is that correct for Severio?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, thanks.
Okay. So if we take, first of all, so we can minimize the unknowns, let's take a moment, as we've done during the last lecture. Sorry, I wasn't late to another meeting. Sigma MB equals to 0, assuming this is the positive direction, rotational MB. So these two will go to 0, and I've got the only unknown is FFG. FFG is rotating at a distance of, what was the pace? Width? 4 meters too, okay? So these at 4 meters here. This distance from here, 4 meters. So I've got the FFG rotating clockwise up, it's just first of all equals to 0. FFG multiplied by 4, and that's rotating clockwise, so it's positive. And I've got 5 kilonewton plus 5 multiplied by 4, again, this one here. And I've got another 5 kilonewton around point P, that's 8 meters, rotating clockwise, so plus 5 by 8 meters clockwise. I've got 10 kilonewtons rotating at 4, 10 by 4. And that's it, I think. So this here, FFB rotating clockwise, all of them are rotating clockwise. This we're not going to take it because it's at the concurrent to the point B. So we'll have a 0 moment there. All of those equals to 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So that means FFG, we calculated this from last class anyway, equals to all of those negative divided by 4, which is I've got 5 by 4, 20, 5 by 8, 40, so that's 60, and another 40, that's 100, negative 100, divided by 4, and that will be negative 25 kilonewton. That's in tension, or we can say FFG equals to 25 kilonewton in compression. And we'll go change that. Please remember to do this. And that's in compression. And just change it.
I think 10 multiplied by 8, not 5 multiplied by 8.
Sorry?
It's a 10 force.
Why is that? Is that Stella? Which one, Stella? This one here? You're saying 10 by 8?
Yes.
I'm taking a moment around point B. So the 10 is at the distance of
Okay,
4.
okay. Sorry. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's all good. And the 5 at distance of 8. All good. So that gave us a value for FFG of 25 kilonewton compression. All good. I'll get rid of all of this. If you guys want, you can take a screenshot or whatever you want to do, because we don't need it. I'll replace it with the value there. Okay. So we calculated the first one. Now the second one, we need to find FBG. That's what mainly we want to find. So if I take a moment around point A, sigma MA, positive, clockwise, equals to 0. What do we have there? We've got the 25 kilonewton we just made here, around point, excuse me, around point A, that's a distance of 4 meters, counterclockwise, negative, multiplied by 4 meters. And we've got the 5 kilonewton clockwise at 4 meters, plus 5 by 4. I've got this 5 kilonewton at a distance of 4, 8, 12, and clockwise. That's 5 by 12 meters. All of these are clockwise. I've got the 10 kilonewton around point A. That's a distance of 8, 10 by 8. And I've got this 10 kilonewton at a distance of 4, again clockwise, 10 by 4. The only one part remaining is this FBG. FBG, rather than doing what we've done, because I realized where we made the mistake last time, rather than looking at this direct distance here, which is we can if you'd like to do it now, but let's break this FBG to 2 different forces, horizontal and vertical. So this is the horizontal, FBGX, and vertical, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to write it down. Why? Because simply this vertical component will have 0 moment around A. There's no point anyway, okay? So if I break, with me Saverio, if I break FBG at this point here, the force FBG, because that's where the force is starting, at a distance, horizontal and vertical components. So the horizontal one would be, let me just move this slide to the side. The horizontal will be plus, because that's rotating clockwise, FBG multiplied by cosine 45. That's 45 degrees, because I've got, these are equal angles here. Multiplied by cosine 45, that's the actual force, and the distance itself is 4 meters by 4. That's all equals to 0. If we solve here for FB, solve for FBG, that means FBG equals 2, will equal to all of those together, multiplied by negative sign, because I'll move all of those to the other side, divided by 4 cosine 45. So let's do it. Unless you can put it all into the calculator to calculate it for you, whatever is easier for you. So negative at the start, I'll put it here. Not there. Here I'll make it negative, because I moved all of those to the other side. What do we have? Negative 25 by 4 plus 5 by 4 plus 12 plus 10 by 8 plus 10 by 4, and that's all divided by 4 multiplied by cosine 45. That's 35.35. negative kilonewton tension, or equals to 35.35 kilonewton compression. So the mistake that we made last week, we were assuming, which is we can do it now in that way, we were assuming the lever arm for this force, which is the perpendicular distance here, that equals to 2, half of this. If you remember, we were multiplying this force by 2, which is relatively correct, but it's wrong. It's half of this distance. Half of this. This is 4. This is 4, but this is not 4. Okay? The distance BG is not 4. AG is 4. AB is 4. So if I calculate BG equals to, what do we have here? 4 squared, that will be 16, plus 16, that will be 32, and equals to, where's my calculator? The square root of 32. That's our value, which is BG. Divided by 2, that's our lever arm, 2.82. So if we've done everything exactly the same like last time by using 2.82, you would have got the same answer. Okay, 35.35 kilonewtons. Or actually, I was just now, as we speak, as we're doing this, I was looking at it quickly. It's funny. There's a way easier way to solve all of this. After we calculate the value of, even from the start, I was just looking, it's the only horizontal unknown values, guys, unknown force. Look at all these forces. All the horizontal forces are known. This is the only one. So if I take sigma fx from the start equals to 0, I'll have 5 plus 10 plus 10. That's it. What else have we got there? 5 plus 10 plus 10. Yep. Now, assuming this is going the same direction, we didn't fix the direction yet, plus FBG cosine 45 equals to 0. That means FBG equals to all of those divided by cosine 45. FBG equals to, that's 25 divided by cosine 45 and negative, and that equals to, let's try that. Divided by cosine, cosine is here, and that's the same answer, 35.35. That's negative. All good, Severio? That we found the solution in many different ways. Yeah, that's all good. All good. So, guys, please, this is agreeing one thing, as we discussed earlier. Quizzes are not a true evaluation of your skills and your knowledge. Quizzes are mainly just a good reason to challenge yourself, to motivate you to study the topic, review it, do the exams, do the exercises and practice for them, aiming to get as high as you can in the quiz, okay? And as we agreed, each one of these quizzes is 0.2 of your grade, so it's nothing, really. Altogether will be combined with your homework, your this and that will make the practical component, which is 15%. It does not mean not study for them. Take advantage of them because I've designed, or put it this way, guys, I'm adding these quizzes for you for not just because I want to see you working hard and being tired and exhausted. That's not the purpose. because I know from experience, without you preparing for these quizzes, you will not have proper preparation before the exam. Simple as that. So please follow my lead on this, okay? All right, guys, I think we are all exhausted enough for now. Since we started, before we start today, any other questions before I start with a new topic, guys?
No.
Sorry, Aaron.
Okay, yes.
Hey, Aaron.
Yes.
So I could do those two. Any chance we do BA, please? That was the only one that I didn't
This
get.
force here. This force here.
FBA, yeah.
Okay, just looking at
Sorry,
this
man.
quickly.
Sorry.
That's all good, you, Leo. I'm just looking at this quickly. All what you have to do, just take the Fy equals to 0, sigma Fy equals to 0. So if I do that quickly here, sigma Fy equals to 0, because look at it, everything is known now. The only one unknown is FBA. Sigma Fy equals to 0. What do we have? 25. Okay, first of all, let's fix FBG. We agreed it's the opposite direction, so we don't get mixed with that. And so let's fix that. See, we have to be organized with this side. The value we got there, 35.35. That's 35.35. And compression, we agree. And we've got 25 compression here. So going back here, sigma Fy equals to 0. 25 going up, positive. And I've got the only one negative force here is -5. And 35.35 here multiplied by cosine 45 again. That is 45 again, okay? So that's going positive, plus 35.35 times cosine 45. All of those, they don't count, so the 525, we took that, 35.35 by cosine 45, negative FBA equals to 0. So FBA equals to the values of those. Sorry, let's just put them here. 25 take 5 plus 35.35 multiplied by cosine 45. Correct? Yep. And that will be 44, which is 45 kilonewtons. 44.99. So 45 kilonewtons. Correct? Is that the answers that we had the last time? Yeah, 45 kilonewtons. Okay?
Oh, yeah, I just forgot the 25. Yeah, thanks, man.
All good. No worries. Easy done. Any questions, guys, before we move on anything else before? Let's have our lunch break now, if you don't mind. We come back.
Aaron, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, sorry, Paolo. Saying something?
Yeah, just a quick question. So just so if I got clear, so all the quizzes, just the quiz we have done today, we marked it. The previous one last week, it's not marked. Is that right?
Last week, it's not counted at all because of all these issues I had on the online system. Okay, so it doesn't count at all. Last week was a good practice. That's all. Okay, so last week quiz doesn't count. Today would count, and from now on we'll try to have these quizzes on regular basis. Okay, so please prepare every time we're taking a lecture that there is a quiz may follow up after we finish this lecture.
And you're gonna let us know about the content of the quiz, about the question?
Of course, of course. Like today, I told you last lecture that you have a quiz about shear force diagram and bending moment diagram, so you can review that topic. Okay? So usually it's always about the topic that we just finished. So today we'll talk about beams and columns. As soon as we finish them, we have a quiz about beams and columns. And I'll tell you that you have a quiz next class and there will be beams and columns. Does that answer your question, Paolo?
Yes, perfect. Thank
Okay,
you.
good. No worries. Guys, again, I'm emphasizing here on a very important point. These quizzes are not made. Let me stop recording here so we don't waste your time listening to this. These quizzes